What's going on, HPP fam? Welcome back to another episode. Got another week's worth of work, so let's dive right into it. First thing on the dyno, this is a 2013 Dodge Challenger, 5.7 liter Hemi with a Nag 1 transmission behind it. Customer has brought it into us for tuning. This car is equipped with a Circle D torque converter purchased through us and a Texas Speed Stage 2 camshaft. We didn't do the work, but it is here for the tuning. So we're going to dive into that. We also got our oil leak fixed on our 5.7 out there, right there. Boop, this one. That we just did a Texas Speed Stage 2 camshaft on that one as well. But it had a leak, so we popped it back off the dyno, put this one on, tuned this one. The leak has since been fixed. So you'll see that one go back on the dyno after this one's done. We also have this beautiful S550 Mustang. I don't know if you guys remember this one. We did the Pro Charger, long tubes, custom tune, ghost cam, the whole 9 yards. Beautiful Mustang. Made like 650 or 700 wheel, I'm not sure. It's been a minute. It does have a P1X unit on it. Very nice, very nice. A little dirty on the engine bay side. Outside clean, engine bay dirty. But it's not running right. So we're gonna dive into some diag on this one. See if we can't figure out what's wrong with it. And get around back to the customer. In the meantime, let's get back to tuning. We're about to fire this Mustang back up and see if we have our issues resolved. And I just talked about the 17 Subaru WRX. It's in for a coolant leak. Figured out what it is. Turbo front coolant line has got a crack in it. It's leaking. Got one ordered from Subaru. It'll be in. We'll get this thing back to the customer next week on Monday because the part won't come in until Saturday. So let's go ahead and fire up our Pro-Charged 2016 Mustang GT and see if we've got our problem fixed. Fire in the hole. as we move right along, last you seen was we were doing some dyno work on the truck. I'm gonna keep the numbers to myself, but let's just say our intercooler has definitely solved some of our issues with the high intake air temps. So very happy with that. I do need to get back out to the track so that way I can dial in the boost control with the intercooler loaded down pretty good. So we've got the ECU back for this 5.7 liter Hemi, and as you can see, it has a Holley Sniper intake manifold, Flowmaster intake. I've never seen one of those before, but I'm gonna recommend something else. So this thing is showing stuck in third gear and a throttle body code. So I wanted to dive into it real quick and show you what I found just by eyeballing it after putting the computer back in it. This thing, as you can see, has RTV coming out of the intake. That's a no-no. So I'm gonna put that out, guys. These Holley Sniper intakes are O-ring. That's it. You should not put RTV on that. Either use OEM gaskets, like use 6.1 or 6.4 gaskets, whatever. Please do not RTV your intake manifolds to your cylinder heads. Don't do it. And then diving in a little bit more here, as you can see here in the back, our wiring harness is smashed in between the intake here on the map sensor. So I gotta unbolt the intake and get that harness out from in there and inspect the wiring now. Make sure the wires aren't broke. And that's pretty much all I can see right now. So let's go ahead and get those issues. Well, oh, and then underneath the intake here, we've got some ports that are not connected. I don't know if y'all can see those ports there. Let's see if I can lighten this up a little bit. But yeah, there you go. There's two ports that are not plugged. So we're gonna get those ports plugged, and then we'll fire this thing back up and see if we get those issues resolved so we can get this thing on the dyno and get it tuned. Got the intake loosened up and pulled the wiring out, and lo and behold, look at what we found. Broken wire, and then this pretty smashed one. So we're gonna go ahead and clip them all. Well, we're gonna clip those two. The yellow wire seems to have made it out scot-free. And repair those, and then we'll fire this baby up. We've plugged those other ports underneath the intake and tighten the intake back down. So let's fix these wires and see where we end up. As you can see, we've got this thing all wrapped up on the dyno, and I've already made some power pulls with this thing, but I wanted to get some on film for you guys. So I'm gonna make another tug now, and then we'll probably make one in the morning. This thing will be wrapped up. Pretty simple, just the intake with the intake manifold, BBK throttle body, and I think mid-muffler delete. Nothing crazy on this 5.7, but she is wrapped up and running correctly now. So we'll get this one on back to the customer tomorrow. Got another beautiful scat pack. This one was dropped off a little bit ago. Shout out to one of our new customers. He found us on YouTube, so that's really cool. This car right now is getting a carbon leg maker and then a PCM unlock and a tune. But I like the color on this thing. Little carbon stripe with the red accents. Looks nice. And then the inside, super clean. Oh, go the other way here. Nice little carbon accents throughout the car on the interior. So got the outside and the interior looking nice. So now we're gonna get onto the engine and start making some power with this thing. Don't want to spoiler alert, but this gentleman was talking to me about doing some built motor work and maybe some forced induction, so stay tuned for that. But for now, I'll get the ECU pulled, we'll get the intake installed, we'll get rocking and rolling. In the meantime, let's make some tugs on this and get closer to the end of this week. go ahead and introduce her now. This is Nala. She is our 6-month-old Jack Russell Terrier. New shop dog, new to my daughter dog. It's her dog, but she comes with us to work every day. Say hi, Nala. Say hi to the YouTube fam. Say hi. So you'll probably be seeing her sometimes in the videos, but yeah. Slide back into the shop here. So our Challenger 5.7 finished out at 351 horsepower, 384 foot-pounds of torque. Took her out for a test drive. Pulls hard. Sounds great. Get her on back to the customer and on to the next build. I know you guys want to see what that 2021 Shelby GT500 made. 791, 724. So it's got, that car had a pulley, throttle body intake, and a tune. So pretty sick little ride there. That is gonna do it for this week's episode, guys. Hope you enjoyed all the content. I know I enjoyed working on all the cars. We'll see you on the next episode. Like, share, subscribe. Peace.